Hi there, Leo. I'm Jennifer Angel. I'm back, sort of. I've got bronchitis, so I couldn't get the videos out last week. I'm sorry, but I want to now just cover the lunar eclipse, and we'll go into next week, okay? All right, so lunar eclipse, January 31st. It's in your sign, so it's pretty intense because it's a total eclipse. For a lunar eclipse, it's a full moon, so we've got the moon and the sun opposite. So the moon's in your sign and the sun is opposite in your solar seventh house of relationships. All right, now also here is Venus, so it's very much about you and relationships. Now, of course, we always sort of think of the seventh house as romantic relationships, but it's all relationships in truth. However, there is Mars in your fifth house. So and Mars is a strong, intense planet. So there's a lot of intensity around this moon. It's also a supermoon, so it has a stronger gravitational pull, and it's a blue moon, so it's the second one in the month. So, yeah, it's strong. So what happens with a full moon is that it does tend to bring things to a head. So the moon wants to close things up, bring them up, get like a culmination and a closure so you can leave it behind, say goodbye, close it off, and so you can move forward, okay? So the universe never leaves a void. It always fills it in some way or another, all right? And sometimes, it's like we have to create that void and space in our life, which means closing off to things before we can open up for something else happens. It's sort of the way I think of the universe teaching us how to trust and have faith, so now it's at 11 degrees. So if you've got your horoscope done, or if you haven't, there's lots of sites that have like automatic horoscopes. They'll do your horoscope wheel, which you can then download and print out. It's mostly correct, okay? So, of course, you're always best if you have a reading with an astrologer like myself. If you request it, then, I can always give you your horoscope wheel. If you have had a reading and you'd like that, then just reach out to me. I can send it to you. And of course, it's, there's a little more difficult to read and analyze, but it does give you the placement and the degrees. So anything that you've got around 11 degrees is going to be affected in that house, that area of life, okay? So just let's see what happens over this next week or so. And of course, with the eclipses and such a strong lunar eclipse like this, the couple of weeks, or particularly a week either side, can be very, very significant. But the effect of it can go for some months, okay? So if you don't see anything major taking place right now, then maybe it's still to come. All right, now going in, we do have Mercury, the communication planet, moving into your relationship area as well this week. And then next week, at the end of the week, we're looking at over the 9th, 10th, and in the 11th. We're going to have Venus will move out of this area into the next sign, and that'll help you with intimacy in relationships. So that's very, very nice. There's a lot of activity in your area of productivity, which means that you need to be careful of your health and well-being as well. Make sure that there's some balance. There is the end of next week, over the weekend of the 10th and the 11th. The sun will square Jupiter, and this will affect your relationships, and something to do with your home and family area can come. It may be slightly different to what you expected it to be. Doesn't mean to say it's going to be bad. It might just be a little bit different, okay? And at the start of next week, the week February the 5th, we're going to have Venus in a sextile with Uranus. A sextile is an opportunity, and this is something that probably comes out of changes that are happening with the lunar eclipse, and it sets you on a new path, and a path that is more suitable for your soul purpose. Okay, so that's the good news. Okay, so love, luck, and blessings to you. I hope you have a great week, and something advantageous comes out of it for you, and we'll see you next week. Bye.